In demonstration 11, we'll sketch a simple shape and then use the revolve tool to create the 3D form. In sketch mode, we'll use the line command, dimensions and coincident constraint, and then in 3D solid mode we'll use the revolve command in order to create our final form. We'll start by selecting the standard millimeter IPT template and creating a new IPT file. We'll start a 2D sketch on one of the origin planes, and now we need to look at the Demo 11 exercise sheet and observe that in the front view the object is symmetrical and located around a central axis. So what we will be doing here is drawing a profile that represents either the left hand or right hand side of that front view, with a line that will actually pass down the center of the object, being the axis about which we will revolve our final profile. The volume that profile sweeps as it revolves around 360 degrees then creates our solid form. So let's get started with our first sketch. I'll draw a line and I'll start by snapping it to the origin point so as I don't have to manually incur the coincident constraint later on. The vertical height that we want here is going to end up being 80 millimeters, but for the moment I'm simply going to sketch the approximate outline. So here you can see what is essentially the right hand side of our front view. The central axis line is the horizontal line here on the left of the profile, and that's the line about which this profile will end up being revolved. Let's apply some dimensions to give us our actual proper size, and that would be 80 millimeters high. The top line will be half of the diameter of the top of our truncated cone. It's got a diameter of 40, so our radius of that top circle is 20, and the line at the bottom is half of the diameter, so the radius of our bottommost circle, which will be 50. So that's now a fully constrained sketch, and at this point we now finish the sketch, and for the first time we'll use the revolve command. The revolve command's up here in the create palette, and by selecting the revolve command two things are required. Firstly, a profile needs to be selected. Now because there's only one profile that's actually available in the only unconsumed sketch, then that is pre-selected, and here it is highlighted in blue. You'll notice in the dialog box here it's actually got automatically selecting for the axis, and what I need to do now is left click on that central line, which then acts as the axis about which our profile is swept, creating our 3D shape. We just click OK, and that's our 3D shape formed.